North Carolina, home of the United States Performance Center turf on the college campus of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. It's the Kathy Besant International Series between the 14th ranked United Eagles from the United States and the 11th ranked Green Army from Hockey Ireland. Welcome into the pitch here in Charlotte. I'm Suzanne Bush, joined alongside my partner, the three-time Patriot League Goalkeeper of the Year, recipient of a plethora of other league and regional awards. It's Bryn Underwood. Bryn, first of two matches this weekend between these two squads. They're no strangers to each other. They met just back in March in Chile at the Nations Cup, where Ireland came away with the victory.
That's right, Suzanne. That game was quite close. Of course, it's a 2-1 win from Ireland. USA actually scored first in that game with Maddie Zimmer in the first quarter. However, Ireland would respond with two unanswered goals in the second and third, both by veteran players Roisin Upton and Katie Muller. Ireland would also outcorner the U.S. in that game 9-6. However, all points in that game were scored either on field goals or Ireland with a penalty stroke. Hopefully, in this game, both teams are looking to improve on their conversion rates for those APCs. And Team USA felt like they underplayed in that game a little bit. So hopefully, they're looking for some more improvements with possession and more scoring opportunities today and tomorrow.
Ireland went on to win the silver medal at the Nations Cup. U.S. came in fourth. They lost to Chile in that bronze medal match. So both teams really using this weekend, obviously the first of two test matches, using this weekend to build out their rosters and kind of whittle down their personnel leading into both the Pan Ams for the States and the Euro Hockey Championships for Ireland.
Indeed, especially looking forward for Team USA. They have both the Pan Am Cup coming up as well as the Junior Pan Am Cup, which is big for this young roster. As you'll see soon, the starting lineup, the average age is only about 22 years old. So a lot of those players are going to be seeing whether they're going to be playing in either the juniors or senior Pan Ams or whether both. Those rosters are going to be really big coming into mid-month.
And we will lay out here for the playing of the national anthems of both squads.
And now for the United States national anthem.
Both teams will get themselves ready for first touch here momentarily. Looking at the Irish starting lineup in their navy and green. Michelle Carey, number 5. Roisin Upton, number 6. Neve Carey, number 7. Number 8, Sarah Hawkshaw. 11, Sarah Torrens. 14, Ellen Curran. 15, Quiva Purdue. 16, Charlotte Beggs. 25, Shifra O'Brien. And number 28, Katie Larmore, getting her very first international cap as part of the Green Army this afternoon. And in cage for Ireland is Lizzie Murphy. You know, what do you really expect?
Super exciting.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nope, that's you. Oh, Katie Larmore, super exciting for her to get her debut. She is no stranger to these members of the U.S. national team, as she was an NCAA athlete at University of Rutgers, class of 2021. She was a 2-time All-American and a member of the Big Ten Tournament Championship team back in 2021.
Very good stuff. We've got a lot of collegiate ties on both these squads that we'll unpack over the course of the next 60 minutes. Looking at the starting lineup for the United Eagles, Meredith Shoulder wearing the captain's band for the first time. Sophia Gladio, number 4. Number 8, Maddie Zimmer. Number 10, Reese D'Aranio. 16, Emma DeBurnine. You get a good look there at how they're laying out. Elizabeth Yeager, Claire Danahy getting her first international cap, and we are underway here. Round out the lineup, Josie Holloman, Lucy Adams, Kelsey Reeb in goal, and Jans Kroon. That center back position for the United Eagles.
Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, Suzanne, the starting lineup for this Team USA squad, the average age of 22 years old, really bringing down that average age, is Reese D'Ariano. Only at 16 years old, she's a member of the WC Eagles Club in Pennsylvania. She's most notable at the moment for her spectacular performance in the indoor sphere. A member of the U.S. Indoor National Squad for a couple years now, had a stellar showing at both the 2025 Rormax Cup and the 2025 Indoor World Cup. She was just named the best junior player at that tournament back in February. And she is such a mature player for her age on this field, really is able to see the full field, have that vision to receive and pass and score at the international level.
Restart here for Hockey Ireland, coming inside of the circle, driving the baseline. Clear that is Claire Danahy. Quick outlet up the right-hand side for the Eagles.
A great first showing for Danahy, who's making her Eagles first cap today. She was just named to the roster after a trial camp in April. She had a stellar performance this past fall with the University of Massachusetts, earning first team All-American and sending UMass to their first ever Final Four.
It was a very exciting Final Four here in the States. 2 A-10 teams, unprecedented at the collegiate level. Danahy really led the charge for her UMass Minute Women. Danahy came in really as a midfielder, but Coach David Passmore, so impressed with her defensive skills, moved her into the backfield, playing that left back position. Scorins going to shift the field here for the Green Army.
And while she is playing a back position right now, she really does know how to transition from defense to offense, hence that midfielder experience that she's had previously. She also has an incredible physique, really has the conditioning skills that is what USA really plays for and needs in order to step up in this game.
Got an onslaught of new personnel for both squads. Some fresh legs. Definitely warm temperatures here in Charlotte. Almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit here in North Carolina. Beautiful setting here on the campus of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. USPC turf, made in 2023, the exact turf that was used in Yves du Manoir in Paris, the facility where the hockey team was able to qualify and make. Ireland unable to qualify. They went to Tokyo but did not get the qualification for Paris. A restart here. Sarah Hawkshaw, side in. Number of Olympians from that Tokyo roster still on the squad. Pair of reserves also from that Tokyo squad for Hockey Ireland. Well read there, Christina Hamill, but picked off by Mia Schoenbeck. First touch here on the pitch. Wake Forest standout, just down the road here. Eve Carey opts to move the ball back. As Ireland continues to really dominate and move the ball at will.
Yeah, Ireland's doing a really good job right now of staying patient with the ball. Possession is the name of the game right now. Trying to find different avenues of attack. Right now they've been trying to take the ball down the center and down the left side. It'd be interesting to see if we can shift the ball to the right and see how that attacking line goes.
Schoenbeck with the free out here. Looks to the sideline, unable to trap that is Maddie Zimmer. So a quick restart here for Hockey Ireland. Hawkshaw with a pesky Maddie Zimmer on her back. Again, getting Ellen Curran involved in that transfer. McKee up the sideline. Hamill drives baseline, unable to connect with teammate, and a quick outlet here for the Eagles.
And while Ireland has had a lot of the possession right now in this game, Team USA has done a really good job of fortifying the defense and really picking up the ball before it has gotten to Reeb in the goal. And we know Team USA has done a spectacular job on their turnovers and really being able to use their physical fitness in order to get the ball down on quick turnovers. So I think that's something that we can see from them as a golden opportunity for them once they get the ball back.
Hamill opting to again transfer the ball to the backfield, around the back. McLaughlin. A couple of one-touch redirections, but nothing doing. We had 23-meter coming in for Ireland. Talked about Meredith Shoulder getting the captain band for the first time. Both Amanda Galini and Ashley Hoffman the two captains for the U.S. squad here recently. One is out on rest and one is unavailable due to pregnancy. We wish Amanda Galini and Megan Valzonis happy pregnancies, both part of the U.S. squad.
Yeah, that's a really big thing for Team USA. It's the first time pregnancies have really affected the USAFH roster. It's still exciting to see that that both Valzonis and Galini are still sponsored athletes while being on their pregnancy leaves. I think it's just a testament to how women's sports have really started embracing women and motherhood, and still being allowed to participate in athletics after that happens. I think there was a big stigma before those athletes of Allison Felix and Serena Williams, who really led the way for opportunities for women post-pregnancy, and saying that women are amazing athletes even after having kids. In fact, studies show that a lot of women will see physical improvements after having kids. So being able to see that support from the Team USA administration on the field hockey level is really exciting.
Definite kudos as the States look to mount something here. Shoulder to LePage, left-hand side here. Dish that ball into a circle, but well read by the Irish defense.
It's good to see an offensive push right now from Team USA. Right now, just keeping possession, keeping the ball dancing around the outside of the circle, and then just finding a point of penetration when they can.
Schoenbeck. Katie Dixon on the baseline, a little spin move, enters the circle, nothing doing. So it'll be a free out on behalf of the Irish. So about 10 minutes into the game now, Bryn. Both teams have settled in. And that'll be a corner with that trip up of Beth Yeager. So we've got our first corner here in favor of the United States.
It'll be interesting to see what they do on this first penalty corner option. Back in the Paris Olympics, Team USA settled for a lot of direct drag flicks from their top drag flickers of Ashley Hoffman, Beth Yeager. Once we got to the Nations Cup, there was a bit more redirection, a bit more options. So we'll look to see who our top batteries are and see where they go from here.
So very interesting. It'll be Emma de Burdine on the insert. Jans Kroon, a very talented sweeper. And then you've also got Beth Yeager, number 17, a talented drag flicker. They opt for the flick, which is wide. A quick outlet here from the Irish. Schoenbeck. Up at that ball, Yeager in the middle of the pitch here. Looking for an overlap. Opts to keep it herself. Backside of the stick will be a ball coming out. It's Quiva Purdue on the outlet here. It'll pop up there from Yeager. And so much pressure from this Irish defense, just really putting a lot of pressure on Beth Yeager. And a quick go here. Shot by Shifa O'Brien. Well played there by Kelsey Reeb.
Yes, pretty standard save from Reeb, but really good job of getting the first save of the game. Always gets the first game jitters out. Really good job of just staying composed, taking the shot, playing the ball over the end line for the long hit.
Coach David Passmore talked about Kelsey Reeve and just how well she reads the situation in front of her. Has great body position. You won't see her rolling around on the ground. You see some keepers who are so active and really want to do so much sliding. She is not that type of keeper, but reads the play in front of her very well.
Yeah, she knows to pick and choose when to make the more dynamic plays. Coach Maddie Hinch says it's all about making the simple saves, making it look easy, and Reeve does a really good job of that. She's also an incredible leader for the team, just a very vocal, strong presence among this USA roster.
Looking for that far post was Riley Heck. Emma DeBurdine was knocking on the door, but unable to connect there.
Yeah, that was started by a wonderful take by Reese D'Ariano, really putting in some of that indoor skill, really receiving the ball, taking it on the roll, and being able to dish it off pretty deceptively. That was just an excellent heads-up play by her in order to get the shot off.
Well read there by Abby Tamer. Get a good look there at the back of Danny Mendez-Trendler. A player that Coach Passmore was very impressed with after her showing in New Zealand. Talked about her play, but the U.S. squad scrimmaged a couple of times this week, and David Passmore very impressed with what Danny brings to the squad as far as depth. Danahy over to Holloman and back up to Katie Dixon, who's been very active in the middle of the field there. Michaela Power with that dish to the inside, unable to get that was Torrens.
Yes, Mendez-Trendler, just an excellent player for her team at UVA. She is now heading to UNC for an extra season this upcoming fall. So that's going to be really exciting for the Tar Heels to have her.
And that will do it for the first quarter. We are scoreless. USA with one corner. Ireland with none. So we will take a little break, side step here. Let you listen to some messages, and we'll be back with the second quarter action after this.
USA Field Hockey would like to thank all the organizations for their partners. Thank you.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game!
Grow the game.
Grow the game. Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Welcome back here at the United States Performance Center turf at the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. I'm Suzanne Bush, joined alongside Bryn Underwood, and a scoreless first quarter, Bryn. Lots of back and forth action. Ireland really came out, set the tone early in that first quarter, but the United States coming back in that last 3, 4, 5 minutes of that first quarter and really having a good number of possessions, able to get one corner call, our lone corner of the game so far.
Yeah, it wasn't really until the last about 7 minutes that Team USA really started to push the pace. Ireland was really setting the tone, taking some pretty slow restarts, just maintaining possession, trying to keep the game pretty slow pace, which doesn't work very well in Team USA's favor, looking to go really high pace, really fast. But once Team USA got the ball, they really brought the game up to 11, and that's where we saw a lot of back and forth from both teams.
The quick restart here for Ireland after the aerial ball into the circle, back of the stick, and it'll be a free out coming for the United Eagles. Yeah, to your point, Bryn, you know, that's the style of play, a faster, aggressive style of play. That's been kind of the bread and butter of the States gameplay, and that's something that maybe David Passmore felt has lagged the last couple of years, and he's really refocused the energy on that faster, aggressive style of play, but being selective when using that.
Indeed, and I think the aggressive, fitness-based style of play from Team USA is something that we saw from them in their prime back in 2012 to 2016. Something that was really a testament to Team USA's strength. And I think that's something we're finally getting to see again after a bit of a lull in between those retirements from 2016 up until now.
Just outside the 23-meter, entering the circle is the Irish. Backhand shot there. Well played by Reeb.
That was a great shot and great awareness from Reeb to be able to not only make the save, but then step out and take the rebound out and clear it far out of the circle.
Again, right at the halfway line here. No real bites from the United States press here. Lachlan looking to enter the circle. Another backhand shot, and that finds the back of the goal. And the Irish are on the board.
Yeah, just an excellent patient shot there from Ireland at the top of the circle. I think that was really a play into how Ireland's been trying to attempt to attack the circle this whole game. Really just slow the play up.
Circle, another backhand shot, and that finds the back of the goal.
Small gaps in the USA's low press, and it worked out for them.
So the Irish are on the board with that backhand shot. Missed opportunity there for the States.
Yeah, Ireland's defense right now is doing a really good job of forcing Team USA's forwards to make shots at low angle opportunities. All of Ireland's big shots have been from the top of the circle where Team USA has been kind of leading them. But Ireland's been doing an excellent job of forcing these wide shots, low angles, making it really easy for their goalkeeper, for Murphy in goal, to cover that angle.
Good penetration there by Fia Gladio. Did accidentally boot that ball, so again, restart for Ireland. Roisin Upton aerials the ball up near side of the pitch here, driving the baseline for O'Brien. The ball coming out in favor of the States. Holloman with the aerial.
Yeah, Josie Holloman really showing what she does best. Notably named the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year this year, as well as first team All-American. She really does a good job of making a presence in the backfield.
So Neve going credited with that backhand goal for the Irish, getting her very first international cap for Hockey Ireland and her first senior women's goal.
Not a bad way to start your international career.
Agreed. Neve going played 4 years at Providence College here in the States in Rhode Island, then transferred to the University of Louisville where she played a grad year in Kentucky. So no stranger to the States. So now you see the move by Abby Tamer. Number 1 in red, a player that Coach David Passmore really talked about her pressing skills and how she runs point on that forward line for their press. See her picking and choosing the times to apply that pressure, and now Danny Mendez-Trendler on the far side, applying that press. So a little different look here defensively for the state, switching things up. We saw them really playing a zone, allowing that ball to maneuver from side to side.
Yeah, that's a really good change from Team USA right now. Right now, they need to be looking for something a bit more aggressive in the front, especially with Ireland being able to pass the ball back and forth and finding those openings by having all that time to look up and see where the splits are within the Team USA press. If they have that pressure on there, there's not going to be nearly as much time, so they're doing a good job.
And the States get the equalizer. A nice little ping pong there, really getting started with Abby Tamer entering the circle, able to find that forward pass, a little deceptive pass. Take a look here at the replay.
In the 26th minute of play, the score is 1-1.
And a nice little diving play there by Riley Heck, who again also getting her first international cap, and she will get credited with that goal.
What an excellent finish. Also, just such patience in the circle from all the forwards, being able to identify the goalkeeper coming out and making that pass across. And another great debut for another player with one international cap starting now.
This has to get both Gareth Grundy for the Irish and David Passmore for the States very excited about the depth and youth of his squads. 2 players on each team getting their first international caps today. One of each of those players getting their first international senior women's goals. Very exciting stuff for both squads. Jans Kroon with the aerial up to Katie Dixon. Sends it out wide to Emma de Burdine. Opting to move the ball back to Kroon. To Holloman. And in come the press of the Irish defense. Katie Larmore on the near side. Play the ball back to Purdue. And again, Irish just being very patient, transferring the ball back and forth. For that long pass forward. Aerial ball into space to Lucy Adams. Adams, the standout at Brown University.
Of course, Lucy Brown, just named All-American this past season, is just known for her speed and her ability to take the ball with such composure and such control. She's really able to see the field and find those gaps along the sidelines. She does an excellent job with that.
Beck will move the ball back. Be a side in here. Looking to lift that ball, unable to do so, but Katie Dixon will collect it, send it back to Schoenbeck. Going up the far side. Looking to connect with Beth Yeager. Irish take possession again. Get back to Roisin Upton. Back to Upton. Top of the circle for the Irish. Defensive D. Disconnection pass here. Going to the backhand side. That was Michaela Power. Be a 23-meter coming out, so it'll be Jans Kroon on the restart. Michaela Power, number 29 for the Irish. Named Young Player of the Tournament at the Nations Cup. She got her very first touch at the Nations Cup. She scored a goal. Also a big part of the indoor team for Hockey Ireland. Carey drives her way through a couple of defenders on the baseline now. Double teamed, very patient push pass there by Going. Not enough mustard on it. Able to get the shot off. Saw the infraction, but Ireland able to retain possession, so it was play on. Shot goes wide.
It's really good patience from Team USA defense there, being able to hold off that shot until the very end, in which ended up getting a shot wide. That's always a good news for anyone on defense. Most notably, all three shots that have been on goal so far for Ireland have all been on the exact same spot in the circle, more or less, with that strong reverse hit. It'll be interesting to see if Team USA can try and find some lower angles for Ireland to be shooting from, so that they're not such high-risk shot opportunities from Ireland there.
Kelly LePage. See the clock beyond our clock on the broadcast. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We are knotted up at 1. The Irish struck first. A backhand shot from Neve Going. And then able to get the equalizer was Riley Heck.
Yeah, both have been very strong, very high-quality goals from either team. Both scored very different ways, but really exciting opportunities from both teams. Oh, we get another one here.
A good drive there by Danny Mendez-Trendler, able to hit the baseline and able to get that second corner call for Team USA. First corner call, we saw Jaeger with the far post drag that went wide. So it looks like Mendez Trundler will insert. And again, we've got Jans Kroon and Beth Jaeger at the top of the circle for the double battery. And a beautifully executed corner, but just wide. Redirection there from, you saw the strike come from the top of the circle from Jaeger to Danny Mendez Trundler at that near post, who crossed the ball to D'Ariano on that far post, but unable to collect that ball. Well executed corner.
Indeed, that was a corner that has scored for Team USA back in the Nations Cup. And well played here, just ended up not going in, but a really good look at the goal from Team USA there.
Ball popped up off the stick of Neve Carey up into Jans Kroon. It looks to be okay.
Yeah, it just looks like two players both working really hard to get to the ball. Sometimes things like that happen. It's been a really pretty aggressive game on both sides. Nothing too outrageous, but just really just a lot of hard work from both of these teams to fight for the ball and get possession.
Little battle there between Danahy and number 21, Katie McKee. States come up with it, shoulder looking down the field and off the foot, D'Ariano.
Yeah, and a play like this would be, it would be really great for USA to keep possession of that ball, try and find more of a 100% opening, maybe on the outsides if we can't find something through the middle. But with only about 30 seconds left in the half, it's really important that Team USA regains possession of this ball in order to find maybe one more attempt to get down the field.
So 5 seconds here to go. And the States. All right, so an exciting second quarter. We had a goal from each of these squads. Bryn, what are your takeaways from that first half?
I think really great execution on those goals. It's nice to see also some penalty corner opportunities from Team USA, and also being able to keep Ireland from gaining any penalty corners on the opposite side on our defense. However, right now the ball seems to be going pretty back and forth between both teams. I would love to see some more prolonged possession between both Ireland and USA going into the next half.
So Neve getting the goal for the Irish. Riley Hackett getting the goal for the States. We are knotted up at 1. We are going to take a break here for halftime. We'll be back after these commercials.
Same as lame. Field hockey players have stick. They've got vibe. They've got that tuning fork in their hearts that goes off when a ball thumps the backboard of a goal. Field hockey is for the mold breakers, the convention challengers, the trailblazers. People who think outside the box and come alive inside the circle. Sure, there will always be those who mindlessly take the road more traveled, think the same, do the same, play the same. Field hockey players know that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and that the strength of the wolf is the pack. We know we're different, and we're proud of it. It's how we stand out. It's how we fit in. Like eagles, we soar individually, yet value family and togetherness highly. Join us. We're the minority of millions that get it. There's a stick waiting to be picked up, lifelong friendships to be made, goals to be a part of, victories, defeats, draws, and more. Stories to be told, with you, by you, of you. There's a field hockey team waiting to be called yours. Game on. Dare to differ.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Boom, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Charlotte, North Carolina here at the United States Performance Center turf. I'm Suzanne Bush, joined alongside Bryn Underwood, where we are underway at the half. An exciting second quarter, Bryn. Pair of goals, one for each squad. We're tied up 1-1.
For sure, and as we mentioned before, it's so exciting to see two players who have both debuted in this game to be the contributors to this game so far. One really excellent backhand from Neve Going in the first quarter, and then Riley Heck coming in the second with an excellent tip on a really good turnover from Team USA.
We can take a look here at the stats. Obviously knotted up, one goal apiece for both the states and the Hockey Ireland. 5 shots apiece. I mean, pretty evenly matched. However, the penalty corners, it's actually 2 for the USA. Hockey Ireland has not drawn a penalty corner yet. No cards given here.
Yeah, it's been a pretty clean game so far. Team USA and Ireland, as you said, are playing pretty even, and I think that's pretty similar to what we saw in the Nations Cup as well. Both Team USA and Ireland both scored only 9 goals in that tournament, 7 of them both coming from field goal attempts. So both these teams are pretty even, historically speaking, too. And I think that's just a testament to how this game has been going.
These two teams, no strangers to each other, met just back in March in Chile. Ireland coming away with a 2-1 victory over the States. Lots of collegiate ties as well, college players from both the squads.
Yeah,
what have you seen?
Just some notable NCAA players from Team Ireland. We talked a lot about Roisin Upton, one of the captains was an three-time All-American for the Yukon Huskies, and also a member of the NCAA championship teams back in 2013, 2014 with those dominant Yukon teams. Also named a two-time Regional Player of the Year back then. As you also mentioned, Sarah Hawkshaw was a two-time All-American for UMass, as well as a two-time A10 tournament champion. Just a lot of really good NCAA representation, as you said, on both ends. We expect that a lot from Team USA, of course, but seeing Ireland have a lot of NCAA representation as well, it's really great to see that international ties between these teams.
And also the goal scorer, Neve Going, a four-year player at Providence College in Rhode Island, and then transferred to the University of Louisville, where she helped lead her team to the quarters of the NCAAs that year. What did you see from Ireland, Bryn, that you said you think, coming back in the second half, Gareth Grundy is really going to say, okay, this is what we did very well in the first half?
Team Ireland was the most successful when they kept the ball and really slowed the play down against Team USA. Being able to keep the ball back at the 50 and really wait for Team USA to make a mistake first before they attacked those gaps, those weak spots within Team USA's press. Once Team USA sort of switched and started creating a more aggressive press, that's where they tended to find those turnovers and create some attacking pressure down the other end of the field. So if Team Ireland can really slow down the play, keep the ball, continue to move it around the back line, we can see some more success from them. Of course, Team USA doesn't want that. If they can really up the pressure and up the pace of the game, I think they play more into the quick turnovers, more of the choppier levels of possession and things like that.
Let's see some of the highlights here. You saw Riley Heck's goal earlier. There was Neve Going's goal, the very first goal of the match. And Riley Heck for the States was able to get the equalizer. Both teams.
Yeah, those shots from the tops have been really dangerous for against Team USA. I'd love to see more pressure from the back end of getting in front and playing those frontline defense. And if the ball is getting to the top of the circle, can we really keep that pressure to the outsides and get those lower angle shots instead of putting Kelsey Reeb in some of these higher pressure situations? Really make it easy for her to get the ball out.
Get a good look there at the setup here. Campus of the University of North Carolina, Charlotte. It's the USPC Turf National Training Center. Debuted back in 2023, and both teams are set on the pitch.
What a wonderful facility we have here for Team USA. It's been a long time coming since the transition from Spooky Nook all the way up in Lancaster to Charlotte, North Carolina. UNC Charlotte is a wonderful campus. It is beautiful, and being able to have the facilities here are really nice. It'll be great to see how they can continue to improve these facilities, make an excellent spectator section, and really just up the ante entertainment value of this field.
Now as you mentioned, a centralized training facility for the women's team, and actually the men's team is going to slowly start migrating here as well for full time. Their shoulder intercepts that ball. Driving the baseline is Hockey Ireland, but the States come up with that. It's Beth Yeager on the clear. She'll hand duties over to Claire Danahy. So about 8 men for USA Hockey are living here in Charlotte so far. I believe it'll be about 15 over the next 6 months or so. So nice that both of these squads will be able to utilize this training facility. Their shoulder in the middle of the field. High press here by Going. Zimmer up the right-hand side, tripped up a little bit, continues on. Little dish pass up to Fia Gladio, who gets the corner call, number 3 for the United States.
Yeah, what a really great heads-up play. Fia Gladio noticing that she's on the baseline and has a player in front of her, being able to just dish the ball into her feet and get a corner. Super simple way of creating a result within the circle. And what an excellent run from Maddie Zimmer, doing what she does best, taking the ball with speed, just outrunning any player that she's against, and being able to give that opportunity for Gladio to create a penalty corner here.
Maddie Zimmer, the NFHCA, the National Field Hockey Coaches Association Player of the Year. She was a national champion with her college squad, Northwestern. DeBurdine on the insert. It's Holloman and Yeager at the top of the circle. Again, going to Yeager. Broken up.
Yeah, and despite starting in 2020, Zimmer still has one more year at Northwestern, having used that COVID year this year, and has one more season from the Olympic waiver that she used back in 2023. So really great news for Northwestern and head coach Tracy Fuchs.
Head coach Tracy Fuchs, part of David Passmore's staff, as that crossing ball intercepted by Ireland. And, you know, Zimmer actually just getting to Charlotte yesterday, still in school, has to go back on Monday for classes in person. Northwestern on a different system, and a backhand shot there. D'Ariano. Well read.
What an
there
excellent
by Murphy.
save from Murphy. Yeah. Well, really just being able to stay calm under pressure, get that right blocker hand save, making it look pretty easy for what was a really great shot from D'Ariano, taking that shot under pressure from the Ireland defender behind her.
Yeager driving the baseline, able to eliminate a couple of defenders, but dispossessed as Ireland looks to work the ball up the middle of the pitch. And we're going to have our first card. It is a green card. We'll see who takes a seat in the naughty chair. It looks like it's going to be Meredith's shoulder. So she'll sit for 2 minutes on the sideline. So the Irish with a big opportunity here, playing women up for the next 2 minutes.
Yeah, hopefully they can take advantage of that time that they have. Just another break in the potential press that they can have if they gain possession and a pretty strong restart at some point. But right now it's not the case. USA has been having possession for a lot of this quarter.
Tamer opting to move that ball back after the whistle. It's Ben Peters and Caitlin Makovic, our outstanding official crew here. Our video umpire is Allie Mickelson, who we haven't had to call upon yet. We'll see if she will need to be employed before the end of this match. Going.
So far as I can tell, it's been pretty good refereeing from both umpires at this point. Also a pretty clean game, except for the green card just played, but making it a pretty smooth game to ref at the moment.
Purdue to Upton. Back to Purdue. A little one touch back into the center of the field to Hawkshaw, and then back to Upton again.
And here's that slow level of play that Ireland's really trying to take advantage of. Keeping the ball, trying to find those gaps, but Team USA doing a really good job with that low press at the moment is what they need to do with having a player down at the moment.
Jans Kroon with some pressure from Carey. Carey able to come up with that ball to Hawkshaw. A little slip pass, but well read there by Kelly LePage, who outlets that up to Abby Tamer, and then the overlap back up to LePage. That ball will trickle over the sideline. And that ball to Carey on the right-hand side. Now Abby Tamer applying some of that press.
From my eyes, it looks like we're back to even numbers, so it makes sense for Tamer to be stepping up and trying to stop that transfer back and forth from Ireland in that area.
Well cleared there by Josie Holloman. Tamer tripped up there. Katie Larmour saying that was my bad. Runs off ball. Holloman. A little bit of a lifted pass. Tough for DeBurdine to corral. She'll carry up the right-hand side to twin sister Neve. Driving the baseline, but it'll be United States ball coming out. Mia Schoenbeck looking for that aerial up to Katie Dixon. Well played down up to Fia Gladio. So much speed by Gladio. Looking to connect with Riley Heck.
Yeah, Team USA with their side backs were really trying to take advantage of those aerial balls down the field. I'd say within the past 2 years, aerials in both men's and women's play has become really popular for getting the ball down the field in a quick and also uncontested way. The FIH has been kind of trying to change the rules a little bit about the 5-meter rules with how to defend a reception of an aerial and things like that to really just make the game smoother, because it's such a gray area right now in the world of hockey.
Maddie Zimmer with a great read there and a great take. Connects with Tamer, a backhand shot, but well blocked there by Ellen Curran. But the States get their 4th corner of the game.
While, of course, a penalty corner isn't ideal for Ireland, that would have been an incredibly good look for Tamer, having all that space within the circle. So this is probably the best case scenario for Ireland with the situation they were in.
So over halfway through this 3rd quarter. The 4th penalty corner call for the United States. It'll be Kelly LePage on the insert for the United Eagles. It's Mia Schoenbeck and Josie Holloman. Schoenbeck with the push pass to the far post, unable to connect with Meredith Shoulder, who is waiting for that ball. It's a little different look for the States.
What was interesting to notice was that Ireland had already had their left post players set up at that tipping spot where Meredith Shoulder was. Knowing Team USA likes to utilize their left and right post players in those corner situations, it seems like Ireland kind of watched the film enough to know these are some corners that are going to be might be played. So let's cover those spaces and allow our goalkeeper to take the shots directly on cage. Obviously, these teams are going to be looking at film, but Ireland did a really good job of being able to identify what places we might need to cover the most for Team USA corners.
Tamer looking to come up with that turnover as the ball trickles over the sideline. So inside their attacking 23-meter is Ireland. Surveying the field is Roisin Upton. And that ball popped up into the face of Mia Schoenbeck. Ben Peters rushing to her aid, calling time, giving Mia a moment, making sure she's okay. Schoenbeck giving the nod.
Glad to see that she's up and walking and looking all okay. Just an unfortunate play off of Upton's stick, but she was really taking the ball. Just a testament to her veteranship on the team, really being able to pull the ball through 2 players and get a decent look going into the circle before it obviously ended up popping up.
So Schoenbeck here, right outside the defensive 23-meter, opts to loft that ball up to Lucy Adams in the middle of the pitch here, middle of the field. Will overlap pass to Kroon, up the right-hand side, trying to connect with Fia Gladio.
Again, with those aerials, it's really nice to see. Just this past year, there was a new update to the rules. It used to be for the FIH, as you received an aerial, every player around you had to be with outside 5 meters, let the ball settle, and then come and play. The FIH has been included a new rules during the Pro League as to once a player has received the ball, as long as a defender has just not engaged with the play, once that player is received and creates some sort of control with the ball, then they can play. And it's created for a faster play of game and less restarts. And it's just created for a smoother gameplay throughout.
With that drive, Lucy Adams gets the 5th corner call for the States. Saw a good double team there by the press from the States, able to come up with that turnover, drive that ball up to the top and the top of the circle. Lucy Adams able to get that 5th corner call, the 3rd here of the 3rd quarter. Just over 4 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter.
It'll be really nice for Team USA to be able to convert on this one, especially with the amount of corner opportunities they've had and how many have been so close to going into the goal.
It looks like a green card will be assessed to number 26, Amy Hancock. So the Irish forced to play woman down in their defensive penalty corner unit. DeBurdine on the insert, goes to Jaeger. Over that near post, well played by Lizzie Murphy. States retain possession. Fia Gladio fighting for that one, doesn't get the call, so
two really good looks at goals and 2 really great defensive plays by Murphy in the goal cage, especially with only having 3 players back on defense for that penalty corner. She did a really good job of holding her fort and being able to get the ball out safely and cleanly.
nice aerial ball coming out of the backfield for the Irish, but unable to connect in their attacking 23 meters. So it'll be Mia Schoenbeck as the side in on that far side. And a great catch there by head coach David Passmore. You get some applause from the audience here in Charlotte.
Hey, you got to know the coaches are just as athletic as the field players sometimes, just saying. They still got it.
D'Ariano with the drive here and a double team. The Irish come away with that carry on that far side to Purdue.
What excellent one-touch plays on the give and go on that left side to be able to transfer the ball to the right. Just really good unit play by Team USA at the moment, being pretty selfless on their balls and getting excellent passes down the field.
Jenny Mendez-Trundler looking to send that ball in. We're going to have another card. Caitlin Makovic give the card to the Irish. Pardon me.
believe that might have been a Team USA card.
It's Beth Yeager in the naughty chair for the States.
I mean, those tackles from behind have really been the only hard fouls that have been called so far in this game. So I think both Team USA and Team Ireland, as it's been happening on both sides, just need to continue to be careful of those sort of plays that could occur. Just be patient on the trailing defensive plays, and just limit those harsh fouls so that there's not so many players coming off the field.
Carey with the high press now and a double team on Katie Dixon. The Irish putting their press on, knowing they're in a numbers up situation. Come up with possession here. Shall Carey from the far side. Centering pass and then back to Quiva Purdue. Carey with the drive, goes to the baseline.
And we are back to that possession play that Ireland has been utilizing all game, just taking the ball around the backfield and down, and then just finding a small opening.
Play on there, Kelly LePage with the outlet pass for the States. Little dump pass by Danny Mendez Trundler. And DeBurdine now battling for that. The Irish come up with the ball. Schieffer O'Brien. They connect with Carey. Sarah Torrens. Press pause, allow some numbers to get around the ball. And that'll do it for the third quarter here. We're still knotted up at 1, an exciting third quarter. Trio of corner calls for the States, but nothing doing. It's 1-1. We're gonna step aside. We'll be back for fourth quarter action after this.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators, losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water, so they could sweat more, win more, and change the game forever.
Bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Welcome back here to the pitch in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Kathy Besant International Series between the Irish and the States here. First of 2 games. Game 2 will be tomorrow, also at 10 a.m. Eastern time here in the States. A great match so far. I'm Suzanne Bush, joined alongside Bryn Underwood. And Bryn, that was an exciting third quarter. We saw a little more frenetic pace from both these squads.
For sure, I think that pace of play really played into the hands of Team USA. They seemed to have a lot more opportunities on goal, a couple more penalty corner opportunities, really maintained more of the possession and had some excellent give and go passes throughout the field. We're really just able to attack Ireland's defense on all sides. We saw a little bit less from Ireland. They had about 4 minutes of numbers up plays with some penalty suspensions from Team USA on some green cards. However, not really able to capitalize on it as much as I think they would have liked. Hopefully we can see a little bit more from them in the fourth quarter, and hopefully from Team USA we can see a little bit of the same, just with a finish on goal finally.
So final 15 will get started here for regulation. Hockey Ireland ranked 11th in the FIH international rankings. The United States number 14 overall. Fia Gladio up the right-hand side, a little dump pass up to Lucy Adams. Tripped up, so it'll be restart for the Eagles. Adams surveying the field. Schoenbeck. We'll connect in the circle. Be a 23-meter. It's Quiva Purdue. A 23-meter free out for the Irish. Up the center of the pitch here, but taken by Katie Dixon to Danahy. Back to Jans Kroon, a high press here from Sarah Torrens, number 11 in Navy. Zimmer surveying the field, trying to connect with, good cut there by Lucy Adams, unable to maintain possession cleanly. Larmore to Upton, looking up center of the field to Power. Little dump pass into space for the Green Army. But well read, nice tackle there by Mare Shoulder. Standout player at the University of North Carolina in her playing days. Fia Gladio up the far side. It's Maddie Zimmer. Sarah Hawkshaw, captain for the Green Army, showcasing some elimination skills, trying to connect with Sarah Torrens, who sails that ball over the head. Kelsey Reeb and the United Eagles goal cage. Jans Kroon with the aerial ball up to Meredith Shoulder. Purdue with the quick restart.
As you said, with Meredith Shoulder, she's been doing an excellent job captaining this team so far throughout this game. Just passing 60 caps recently. She really is showing her veteranship on this team with how well she's playing on the field right now. You know, 4-time national champion at UNC, 6-time player at UNC. That's what happens when you get a couple redshirt years, a couple COVID years. Those rack up, and she took advantage of all of them, as anyone would want to. And she's made a really great transition to the national team back in 2022, and has done excellent ever since, being a part of the Olympic roster, and overall just a great overall player for this team.
It's number 2 in red, Meredith Shoulder. Working on that far side is Jans Kroon, connecting with Emma DeBurdine, who one touches it, but it's out of play for Danny Mendez Trundler. So it'll be Roisin Upton, veteran player, getting her 131st cap today. As part of that 2020 Tokyo squad, played in all 5 matches, and she scored one of those 2 goals against the U.S. back in March in Chile on a penalty stroke. Picking up the spine of the field as the Irish continue moving forward. Well played, though, by Josie Holloman.
Yeah, and she's only the 2nd on Team Ireland when it comes to the top number of caps. That achievement goes to Elena Neal with 158 before this game.
Very impressive for the Green Army. The aerial coming out of the backfield for the Irish. Played down as carried to Purdue. And up the near side here. Carey with the drive to the baseline, but well defended there by Mia Schoenbeck. An errant pass for the Irish. McLaughlin with Tamer on her heels. Ball finally back to Upton. Looks to
really
the near side here.
Yeah, really great composure from Ireland to be able to get that ball out of some contention where Team USA was trying to take advantage of a couple of mistakes from those receptions and be able to reset the ball and get some space.
Pass was cut off by Claire Danahy. Danny Mendez Trundler, showcasing some stick skills there. So the Irish with the aerial pass into the circle, played down and shot. That'll be the first corner call for the Irish. As Josie Holloman having a few words with Ben Peters, shaking his head.
Now she has the opportunity to use that video review. We haven't seen one yet used in this game, only about 8.5 minutes to do so. But it looks like she's not opting to use it, just going to go for the penalty corner.
So the United States, a very stout defensive penalty corner unit. David Passmore was very quick to mention that we were the most successful at the Olympics in our DPC unit success rate. So it's Upton on the initial shot. Well played there by Kelsey Reeb. Looking for that far post was Upton.
Yeah, it looks like that low drag was looking for some sort of redirection, both either on the post or in front of the stroke. But Reeb doing a good job making the simple save off that pass.
A quick start here. Mian Schoenbeck with so much speed connecting with Abby Tamer. That ball kicked out by Lizzie Murphy. Go ahead.
What a wonderful one-handed pass from Schoenbeck. Something you don't really see too often, but just being able to sort of play the player to the left and then send that ball off to the right, really kind of deceiving her defender and getting that space.
Schoenbeck with rolling over that ball, looking to send that aerial into space, unable to do so. In Ireland with the quick restart here. Lots of pressure coming from behind from the State's defense. Katie Dixon to Emma DeBurdine. Beth Yeager calling for that ball down on the end line. Bouncing ball, Yeager unable to do anything with. 23-meter coming in. It's Kelly LePage on the restart for the United Eagles. Will opt to move the ball back. Danahy out to Kroon. Kroon to Lucy Adams. Just a little chaos ball, looking to send that into the circle. D'Ariano with the good drive there, able to get corner number 6 for the States.
Yeah, great drive in the goal after trying on the right side for so long, being able to switch the fields, go on the left side, take advantage of that space over there. Did a really great job of finishing, just getting some sort of result.
So it'll be Emma DeBurdine on the insert for the States. Again, it's Yeager and Kroon at the top of the two batteries. They have switched positions this time. And a mistrap there by Danahy. Looking to take advantage of that missed corner are the Irish. Holloman out to LePage. Going to drive that from the baseline. That ball sails wide. So 23-meter coming out for the States. It'll be Josie Holloman. free out for the States. That'll be a little push from behind on Gladio, so she'll take a seat as Ben Peters pulls out his card.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the umpires haven't been warning, especially Team USA throughout this time. These tackles from behind, these plays have been getting called. There's already been a couple warnings. We already had 2 cards. So I wouldn't be surprised if this had been upgraded to a yellow card. I couldn't see the color card from here, but whatever card it is, I'm expecting it to continue to upgrade from here if that sort of play continues.
Well, you are correct. It was a yellow card issued to Sophia Gladio, so she will sit till really just under a minute to go, because we are under the 5-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. The States working the ball around their backfield. Danahy looking to the near side. Jans Kroon. Kelly LePage, the near hand side, is dispossessed. It's the Irish. Michaela Power chasing that ball down on the end line, nothing doing. So 3:30 to play here in regulation.
Yeah, I'd say this has been one of the best sort of attacks from Ireland off of a card from Team USA today. They've been doing a really good job of getting that pressure down the field, keeping Team USA on their toes. They have more time to do it now with a 5-minute yellow card. So we'll see what they can do.
Tamer looking to connect with Zimmer. Looking to connect with Kelly LePage on the far side. That ball trickled over the sideline, so Irish restart here. It's Larmore to Purdue. A nice one touch up that far side for the Irish, and they are in the circle, but well read there by Captain Meredith Shoulder.
These one touches have really been the highlight of this game so far on both ends. Ireland and USA have done a really good job of pre-scanning before they receive the ball to be able to make the next pass almost immediately. That's something that I think a lot of young players can take away from this game, if anything.
Abby Tamer in the center of the pitch. Find Jans Kroon, surveys the field. Great sweep up the middle, connecting with D'Ariano, but dispossessed there by Larmore. Well read. Back into the circle. But again, bouncing out. Kelly LePage comes up with this ball. The near side here. A little double team. Danahy looks out to Kroon on the near side. USA still a woman down. Fia Gladio still in the timeout chair for another 10 seconds or so before she's released. Just under a minute to play here. We are tied up at 1. Both of those goals coming in the second quarter. Sarah Hawkshaw.
Once Gladio is able to get back on goal, it's going to be really important for Team USA to get a player down the field and have any opportunity to get this ball into the opposing circle.
Looks like we're going to go to a video referral. We hope that Charlotte Beggs is okay, as that ball popped up and did. She's up on her feet. So the call on the field is a corner.
It looks like, based off Ben, we might be looking for the height of the ball on this video review, as to whether the ball was played at a dangerous height in order to cause this corner.
So Allie Mickelson, our video umpire, taking a look. Looks like the DPC for the States is going ahead and suiting up.
While obviously a defensive penalty corner might not be ideal in most situations, if Team USA is able to clear this ball out in a timely manner, this might actually be an excellent turnover opportunity for Team USA to get the ball down the field and have an opportunity on goal with less players than usual defending the cage. This was how they were able to score in the Paris Olympics this year on an excellent play from a corner, from an awesome defensive save, I believe, from Ashley Hoffman. It may have been just a turnover for a wonderful goal. You're going to have to test me on this. I believe it was Fia Gladio's goal on that turnover from that corner.
It was a beautiful fast break, yes.
Mm-hmm. So if they're able to try and get some sort of playoff like that, they have 32 seconds to do so. That should not be too short of time for them to kind of create something.
So the call on the field will stand. It is a corner call. 36.6 seconds to go in this match. Hannah McLaughlin, Charlotte Beggs at the top of the batteries for the Green Army.
Yeah, so everything I just mentioned still will be determined on if Ireland can convert this corner or not.
Had a mistrap there. So unlucky for the Irish. D'Ariano sends that ball back to Meredith's shoulder. 20 seconds to go in this game. Curran calling for the ball as the clock will tick down. The States will retain possession, and that will do it. So this game will remain a tie. It's a 1-1-0 decision between the United States and Hockey Ireland. Your final thoughts, Bryn?
I mean, overall, just a really great even game from both sides. I think both teams came in with a really clear plan of what they wanted to do. For the most part, pretty good success. I mean, they both got goals on the board. It would have been nice to kind of see some finishing skills from both ends within that fourth quarter, just really getting a clear shot off in the circle. However, I think both these defenses just held their fort in the circle really strong. So, but yeah, I believe that I think this just goes to show these teams are both really even with each other. And it'll be great to see how they sort of take this game and use that momentum for tomorrow.
Both teams shaking hands, congratulating each other. We'll take a look at how we got to the 1-1 decision. Both goals coming in the second quarter. Both goals coming from two players getting their first international caps today, Bryn. It was a very exciting second quarter indeed.
Yeah, both two very different goals, but both well executed nevertheless.
You can see the goal here by Riley Heck, able to get her first senior women's international goal. So Riley Heck for the States. You get a good look here, another opportunity for the States. States able to draw 6 corners to Ireland's 2.
Yeah, just an example, some really good defense from Team USA in this second half to really force those wider, less dangerous shots from Ireland this time going.
Take a look. One of the 2 corners drawn by the Green Army. The only one that was able to get a shot off was that one off the stick of Roisin Upton.
Yeah, I think that's something Ireland's going to really want to have as a goal for tomorrow's game is to create some more penalty corner opportunities, really gain some more chances on goal by earning those fouls within their offensive circle. I think Team USA did a good job of preventing those, but I think Ireland's going to have that as one of their main goals, especially considering how well Team USA was able to create their own penalty corners within their style of play.
So these two teams back in action, one of those 6 penalty corners there for the United Eagles. These two teams back in action, same pitch tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Bryn Underwood and myself will be along for the call again tomorrow morning. So that will do it. We remain a tie here in game 1 between the U.S. and Ireland. A 1-1 decision. We'll be back in action tomorrow. This has been a HomeTeam Network production. So on behalf of my entire broadcast crew, my broadcast partner, Bryn Underwood, I'm Suzanne Bush saying so long from Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll be back with you tomorrow morning.